jurisprudence, you understand, or interpretation as found in the Human Rights Declaration. You have to learn how to defend your rights, you understand? But first you have to learn what your rights are, because if you don't know what your rights are, if you don't know the Human Rights Declaration, you don't even know when your human rights are being violated. You understand? So here's how our human rights as Rastafari, as Beta Israel, you understand, as those that they want to sum up under black liberation theology. That's the way they like to call it. We just say liberation theology. It's not just for black people being liberated, it's for all people, you understand, are being down pressed, or as they say, oppressed, you understand, or exploited, you understand, for liberation. This is why you find a lot of the movements around the world outside of America. They're shocked when they look at America just talking about civil rights, and civil rights are conditional. You understand? Civil rights are limited and conditional. Human rights are not. So if there's anything good, you understand, about the so-called United Nations, you understand, or if there's anything that was good, it's this promulgation of human rights in the context of Rastafari revelation of the facts concerning the King of Kings of Ethiopia and what we experience in these last days and times. So let's touch on Article 18. Article 18, Bangladesh in the English first, and we'll read it Bamarinya. You understand? Article 18 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Here's what it says. It says that everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. Everyone has that right. This right includes freedom to change his religion or belief, and freedom either alone or in community with others, and in public or private, to manifest his religion or belief in teaching, practice, worship, and observance. Now, we thought that the YouTubes, you understand, was a place that we could do this. We're not advocating any type of neo-Nazi, kill all the black and Jewish people kind. We're not talking that garbage, because first of all, it's a plan they're not able to fulfill. First of all, because when they say kill blacks and Jews, well, what about black Jews? That means we are doubly susceptible to their murderous rage. You see what they try to do to the president-elect, you understand? And they made it clear, you understand, the whole 1488, all that kind of stuff right there, who they wanted to kill. And it's still out there. So unless we start to recognize what our human rights are, it's going to be impossible for us to defend it. So Article 18 is very interesting. Asara semente yandandu so be hasab be linana ikata anket asara semente yandandu so ye hasab ye linana ye haimanota nesaneta mept allo ye mept ሃይማኖቱን ወይም እምነቱን የመለወጥ ነፃነትና ብቻውን ወይም ከሌሎች ጋር በህብረት በይፋ ወይም በግል ሆኖ ሃይማኖቱን ወይም እምነቱን የማስተማር በተግባር የመግለጽ የማምለክና የማክበር ነፃነትን ይጨምራል. This is a very important matter. It's an issue of our human rights. Because are our human rights, let's ask the question, are our human rights, you understand, here on the YouTube's Ethiopian World Channel, you understand, being violated? You understand? Is our human rights, which is greater than just civil rights or even constitutional rights. There's nothing in this Human Rights Declaration that goes against the Holy Scriptures. I challenge you, present that. There's nothing in the Human Rights Declaration that goes against even, well, there's something that goes against the racism and discrimination that's still embedded in the Constitution. But the general idea of the Constitution, we're told, is about freedom of thought and conscience and religion. Well, here's what the Human Rights Declaration says, that everyone has the right to freedom of thought. Is our freedom of thought being hampered? We can't say this. We can't say that. You understand? Our conscience. You understand? Getting a guilty conscience. Oh, you said something that was racist. You're being a racist. And we're going to get your videos pulled down or get your channel closed. As happened to many of our brothers and sisters. You understand? And as well may even happen to us, even for speaking out on this particular issue. So if you hear this and then you see that our channel got pulled down or whatever like that, you know what it's about. You understand? So you better get up and stand up for your rights. But first, you need to learn what your rights are. Article 18. Everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. Now, those who say, I not need a religion, whatever like that, you have to understand there's a legal level. You have to understand you have to understand the world. You have to understand reality, first of all. You understand? We're not limited to religion, but in the world sense and in legal jurisprudence sense, you understand? Rastafari is considered a so-called religion, like Judaism is considered a religion, Hinduism, so forth and so on. Are we like all of that? Are we on the same? No, we're not. That's why we are Rastafari. But our Rastafari thought, our Rastafari conscience, and our Rastafari quote religion end quote, you understand, is being violated. But the Declaration says this right includes freedom to change his religion or belief. Some may feel that by us using this medium to preach and to minister and to proclaim and to prophesy the truth of his imperial majesty and Christ, this is going to get some of their children to change their religion or beliefs. It's going to affect, you know, the Christmas holiday shopping season or something like that. But everyone has that right and that freedom, either alone or in community. This is supposed to be our internet community here, the YouTube's community. You understand? Is it because we have so many subscribers or so many ones are eager to hear the half of the story that they haven't heard? You understand? So is our right to this community being violated with others and in publicly to teach what it is that we hold as true and provide the evidence of that, or privately? And to listen to this, to manifest his religion or quote way of life or belief, his imnet, his faith. Bamarinya is not belief, B-I-E, but it's imnet from the root amen, in teaching, get this, in 4 points: teaching, practice, worship, and observance. In teaching, this channel has been used to teach, to practice, you understand, to worship or show some of the elements of our worship, you understand, and observance, you understand. Yet we're being targeted, you understand, for clearly anti-human rights reasons. But let's touch on Article 19, because Article 18 and 19 is coupled together in its basic sense and its idea. You understand the spirit and the truth of this word. Article 19 says this, it says everyone has the right to freedom of opinion. Everyone. So if you don't agree with what we're saying, so be it. Present your videos or your documentation, your evidence. You understand? But they become flaggers and flaggots just to flag us off of the internet and to cause our site, you understand, to be off the air. So, and see, this is that's a very fascist kind of idea. You understand? No one is seeking to stop them from posting their videos, even though, man, their videos are clearly racist. And we're saying racist in the original sense of racism, not in the sense that the new N-word is also racist. So they try to say that we're being racist, to say that Jesus Christ to us is one of us. You understand? They say it's racist. Yet the evidence and the reality, even their reaction to the fact that we proclaim Yahushua HaMashiach as being, as you say, a man of color, Ethiopian complexion, woolly hair, brass complexion, so forth and so on, is racist. So the new N-word is racist. And that's a violation of our human rights, Article 18 and Article 19. If you don't know what it is, look it up for yourself on the internet. Get a full copy of the Declaration of Human Rights. Study it. You understand? Study it. It's very important because you have people all over the world. You know, we're told by, like, you know, in the last presidential campaign that we need to get on this level with the world. But we're not even on the level of understanding what a Human Rights Declaration really is, because as the opening of the Human Rights Declaration says right here in the version that we have when Javier Perez de Cuellar was Secretary General, it says that following this historic act, the Assembly called upon all member countries to publicize the text of the declaration, to publicize it. But the human rights have not been publicized. Talking about they won't put the 10 Commandments. Everybody got a Bible. Even Bibles are in the hotel rooms where people are committing many times, not all the time, some immoral, ungodly acts. But there's the Bible there. I guess so when they want to repent or whatever. But there's no human rights declarations. Where is the human rights declaration publicized in this country, in your city, in your state? You want to start a movement? You want to be a part of this campaign? Go around saying to ones and ones, especially in some public, even government buildings, should proclaim the Human Rights Declaration, but doesn't. So it says, following this historic act, the 10th of December 1948, it said that the Assembly called upon all member countries to publicize the text of the Declaration and, quote, get this again, to cause it to be disseminated, displayed, read, and expounded principally in schools and other educational institutions. Are you in college?